Intrigue in the first Monday Nighter of the season. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the first of 2 here on Monday night as we get a couple of teams looking to change their fortunes from a year ago. Back to games from yesterday. But first, it's up to Ford Field. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the New York Jets. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now McCown. He's got Curse. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The result, a first down, as a quick slant gets him 14. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there. And then they can do some work afterwards.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
Throwing is McCown on third down. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Let it roll. Now set. Ready? Easy. Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll run it here. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun here for McCown. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be... The Jets making their way out. Last year, the impressive 3-2 start. A lot of people predicted they would go 0-16, but then after that start, they sort of collapsed. Just 2 wins after week 5. So as we look ahead to this year, Charles, what can we expect from the Jets?
Well, I would expect them to continue to play with great effort because their head coach, Todd Bowles, demands that. But Sam Darnold, their #1 draft choice, he will be the key to their season. The faster that he plays well, the better the Jets obviously are going to be. And on defense, last in the league in pass rush last year, last in the league in sacks. They'll have to do that by committee this year and find ways to get pressure on the quarterback.
Hey. You ready? Get over the ball now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the...
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
Let's go, guys.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Let it roll.
And they'll go.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let it roll. Down. Got 80. Shake. Crunch. Let's go.
McCown throwing on second. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. Third down here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing now is McCown. And that's complete to Walford. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. McCown now on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. McCown now on first down. Got an open man. It's a new one. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Again, they'll throw with McCown. Brought in by Walford, right side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. McCown incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. McCown again on 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. it's McCown. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. McCown going to hustle his guys to the line.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Now they try the right side here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Glover Quinn there on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. McCown looking to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
McCown to throw on 2nd down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup.
It advertises being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true...
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go, guys.
And New York set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Shedding through the defense. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're... Don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. Here's McCown. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Detroit.
Let's go, guys.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the 2nd half.
So McCown comes up as the Jets have it 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do. Back to him on first down. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go, let's go. Let me get set. Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. The Jets on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll run it here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they'll go on the ground. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll go with the ground into their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Jets on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let it roll.
But on the ground they go with the running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because it might...
Partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
Monday night, and they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.